Good morning, sir. And I see that you wrote down your name is Glenn, but that's not what I call you.
No, I don't. Nope. I only answer.
Now, I only call you nice names.
Yeah, I know.
I call you Bud.
Right,
Bud Wysong, and he lives here in Gateway on Gateway Drive.
right.
And what branch of the service were you in?
The Army, 1st Cavalry.
First
Horses,
Cavalry.
rode horses. So.
You rode horses.
Yeah, everybody make me a big joke about that the other day.
Could you ride before you got in the
Oh,
cavalry?
yeah.
Oh,
I had my own horse. That's one of the reasons I got into it.
well, you knew which end of the horse was which then.
Right, yeah.
So how
I
long
had
did
to
you
clean-
stay with the horses?
Well, until almost August. Then we was shipped overseas in a big convoy heading for Japan. But that ended in the middle of the ocean. And we were dropped off at Lady, and then from there I went to Cebu. And then I pulled a smart one. I signed up for a year to get out of there. And then I come back home for 30 days. Then I ended up going to Washington, D.C. in the OSS, which now is the CIA.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I stayed there for, well, till November.
You were actually in the CIA,
Yeah, actually it was the OSS at the time.
Office of Secret Service.
Right.
Well, how long, what am I trying to say here? How long were you with horses then? They didn't take the horses overseas?
No. It was mechanized. After that, they had most tanks, but there were horses in the Philippines during the war.
Well, when did you sign up then?
1945.
45, they still had horses.
Yeah, we took our training on horses.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was.
And you didn't ride up the hill with Teddy?
No, I didn't. I wasn't anyone Custer either.
Where did you take your basic, Bud?
Fort Riley, Kansas.
Have you met anybody out here that was at Fort Riley?
No, I just heard some man out here. He just came in here, said he was at Fort Riley. I don't know who he was, but I know it was much later because they kept it. I don't know if they still got it, Fort Riley, Kansas, I think.
So 1945 was World War II.
Yeah.
And we go from World War II to Korean and to Vietnam. So even though you were all veterans of various branches of the service, it's quite a spread of years over there.
Yeah.
Some of these guys are just barely youngsters, really.
Yeah.
So, have you got any particular experiences that you'd like to tell us about?
No, I was the second lieutenant was a nut.
Oh?
Yeah. We're riding at night, and he goes off a hill that was straight down, about 10 foot down. I wouldn't follow him, but these other guys did. I went around. My mother didn't raise any fools.
So you got to see what was on the other side of the
You better
mountain.
believe it, yeah. I wasn't going down the way he went. I didn't have no parachute.
Well, that makes sense to me, but that's the way it is sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, Bud, it was nice having you here today, and good seeing you again.
All right.
And thank you for sharing with us and for serving our country.
All right.
I understand you saved some horses.
I saved some horses, yeah.
A
I
fire?
forgot about that. The lightning hit a barn. Actually, it wasn't my post, but the guy next to it didn't know what to do. So I grabbed the phone and I called and to save the horses and the barn. We got all the horses out of the barn. We got them out of there, but we saved the barn from burning down and catching fire to the others.
So that was some quick thinking.
Yeah, I got a couple of letters from the majors for that.
Wonderful. Yeah, it's always painful to see anything like that happen.
Yeah. Well, this man didn't know what to do.
Well, good for you for your quick thinking.
All right.